it's Teepa, and today we're talking about helping people get in and out of cars so you can go places, do things. Because life doesn't stop when you get dementia. Even in the later stages, you may want to go somewhere. And so what I want to do is talk about how to help this happen instead of make it almost impossible by virtue of how we try to help. One of the things to think about when you're helping someone get in the car, if they've always been the driver, you're actually asking them to reverse every movement in all the sequences in order to do it, because getting in on that side is real different than getting in on this side. You have to turn your body the opposite way, you have to do your feet the opposite way, and when you get in there, you even have to put the seatbelt on the opposite way. So it's not as easy as you think when you're already having trouble with initiating, sequencing, and finishing something, and then moving on to the next step. Additionally, when we get in cars, it's not uncommon with low cars for us to sit down first and then turn and put our feet in. The problem is, to do this, I have to understand that I'm going to need to sit back and down, and in order to do that, I've actually got to lean way far forward so my butt will go far enough on the seat that when I go to do this, I can put my foot. Now, look at the amount of flexion I have to do here and the balance I have to have. So one of the things you can do that makes it a little easier is have the person hold on right here, because you can hold the door at whatever angle is needed so that I feel stable, and when I sit down, I'm holding on to something as I sit, if I can't figure that out, rather than saying the word sit down, mom, just sit down. Doesn't inspire me to want to come with you or do what you want me to do. Additionally, something to think about before you get started is to put down a pillowcase or a towel so that when I get here, you can, in fact, use the towel to help me pivot a little bit, or I can pivot easier on the seat with a towel or a pillowcase there than you trying to move my body on the seat. Use the towel or the pillowcase to help me do the shift. Now, one final thing here is when I'm here, I got here, you did everything to get me here. Lean forward, and we'll go over a couple of those when I have Catherine work with me on what are your possibilities. But now I've got to turn and get in here. And if you pick my feet up or try, I might very well fall back into the car. So what we're going to do is have me turn here, and you're going to actually lift behind my knee with your arm across while I'm here, so that when I do that, my weight's on this foot, my weight's here, my balance is here, and as you're picking this up, I'm not falling over backward as you pick my leg up, and you're not scaring me. If you do this, and then you say, lean this way, and now do the same thing here, I'm in the car with a lot less distress. So, getting back out, similar kinds of ideas, turn out, and to turn out, that's where this comes in handy again. You can turn this to turn me this way, lift under the knee. Don't mess with people's feet. When you mess with someone's foot, you're saying I'm knocking you off balance. So lift behind here a little if the cue is needed. Lift here while they're holding forward so that they feel balanced. Lean forward and stand up. It seems so simple, and yet it isn't. So what we're going to do is actually demonstrate this with Catherine, a friend of ours who's willing to participate. So let's say I have Catherine. I can bring her up either in a wheelchair or with her walker. I'm going to go move into that position. So Catherine is here. I'm going to have her hold on here, and I'll move the walker or the wheelchair, and I'll have her come to stand. Then what I'm going to do is have her turn, and it's going to be shift, 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 shift. As little steps as needed. I mean, if she can do big steps, that's great. If not, we're going to be taking smaller steps. Now, what I can do is say, Catherine, put your head down here through here. There you go. There you go. That's it. Good. Lean forward a little bit more. There you go. Good. Nice job. Perfect. And then I open the door back up and say, hey, Catherine, put your hand right there. Nice. Now, instead of doing your feet, what I do is lay my forearm right above your knee, take my arm and lift like that. And then like this. And then she's in. So the other way we can do that, if Catherine is having a hard time here sitting down, she's not getting what I'm doing and she's getting worried. If I kneel down and then I take her hips back, I can keep her head down low so that she's able to get there, and then once again I have her position here and here and here and here. Notice what I'm doing is using my forearm, not my hand or my wrist, and I'm using leverage so that I'm in a stronger part of my body and my back is straight and my knee is down, or I'm seated on something. I don't want to do it like this because what's going to happen is I have a risk of hurting myself. So, hopefully that's helpful. If not, let us know where you're still struggling and we'll see what we can do to help you out. So what we're going to demonstrate now is sometimes people don't have trouble getting in the car, it's actually getting out of the car, because especially tall people or people who have challenges at coming to stand because of weakness in the legs, problems with organizing themselves to turn and lean and get somewhere. What we're going to do is, Lauren's volunteered to help us out here, and what we're going to do is show how step by step you might be able to help a little bit. So, Lauren, what I'm going to have you do is take this foot and we're going to actually lift it and bring it out. Okay? And then we're going to lift this one and bring this one out. Then I'm going to have you hold on with this hand and lean forward a little bit. Now, reach out here. There you go. And keep your head forward and come forward and stand up. There you go. How's that?
Easier.
Easier. Yeah. Cool.
Sturdier.
Sturdier.
Steadier.
Steadier and sturdier. Both. Great. Thanks. Sometimes the problem isn't getting in the car, it's actually getting out. That can be the case for really tall people or people who have leg weakness or trunk weakness as they move forward in the disease. So what we're going to do is help Lauren get out. And to do that, rather than trying to have her pivot and put her legs out, I'm going to do the assist on that part, because the pivoting of your body while you're seated can be a challenge. I'm going to come down, and much as we did going in, I'm going to have Lauren, let's pick your leg up and bring this one out. And then we're going to hold hands. And the reason we hold hands is I don't want her losing her balance backwards. I want her to stay forward and to take her weight to this hip rather than that hip. I'm going to do the same thing here and bring it over. I'm going to actually bring it around a little bit further and then have Lauren reach for the open window. Okay? So Lauren, reach forward all the way over here. And on 3, there you go. If someone is pulling really hard, what you can do is have someone else hold the door or hold it yourself so you know they're stable. How was that? Easier.
Safer.
Safer too.
Or not falling.
More probability that you're not going to come out the side with poor control.